Well, hello, Team Galloway. This is week 1 of September Health Games 2015, and wanted to chat about getting a great start for the 6-week challenge. And I'm so glad to have all of you, your alumni, or what else would you call yourselves rather than alumni? Repeaters or
Returning champs.
What'd you say?
Returning champs.
Returning champs. I love that, Linda Lamb. Returning champs. And, you know, we had a bit of a break. And, you know, some people did super well keeping track and not losing much ground. Others of us ate too much ice cream. Oh, between being sick and moving, and it was so hot. I mean, I just ate too much ice cream, and I have had a game. So anyway, it's time to get back on track, and I'm really proud of you guys that didn't lose ground, you know. That way you can move forward without having to retake old ground, I guess they call it. But I wanted to chat with you tonight about getting off to a great start. And, you know, we all know each other already, so we don't need to introduce each other. But did you guys happen to see that video? I sent a link to it on today's, in my coach box today. It has to do with getting off to a great start. It's by David Bush, and it is a hoot. It's kind of a spoof on him being a patrolman. A healthy games patrol. You haven't seen it? Oh, it's funny. Well, look in my coach box, and there's a link to this funny video. But you know what? A couple of things he talked about was, as we're starting this September, you know, this is 6 weeks, and that's a more sustained time than our prior 4-week ones. But he talked about having a right perspective in mind. And he talked about our perspective really is gaining health. It's gaining health in a lot of areas rather than being focused on weight loss alone. I thought that was important because I know I still am struggling with my sleep schedule. It's gotten really disrupted, and, you know, going to have to go back to the drawing board on my sleep schedule, get to bed earlier, you know, so I can get up earlier.
Yeah.
But anyway, he mentioned you know, gaining health being our focus, and he talked about on our team wall, you know, to give encouragement. And, you know, a number of us do, you know, get on there when you can, and a quick encouraging word is so encouraging, not only the person you directly are encouraging, but the rest of us that read it. And to remember to grab your points daily. Because I think you only have to have 65% of the points by the end of the session to be considered a winner. Now, did you notice we have a few new features?
Yeah, I noticed a couple of things that are different.
Yeah. I noticed that they streamlined the weigh-in process. Evidently, they only wanted our feet on the scale.
Yeah, evidently.
We don't have to do all those before and after pictures, but you know, I do want to encourage you guys to take some of those periodically for your own benefit, your own records, because it's neat to see how far you've come. And I noticed they have something called a daily surprise. You know, you never know what it's going to be. And let's see, they combine some things, like they combine the are you on your plan and on track with your water, you know, kind of thing. So, you know, there's new features, and I'm glad because, you know, we all need new encouragement, and it keeps it fresh for us. So as we are looking forward to these next 5 weeks, do you guys have some comments to help people get a great start? Like maybe Ruth, do you have a comment that you would like to share with the rest of the group on how to get a great start when you're doing a healthy games like this?
Well, I realized that on our break that I really had made some really good habits, and I managed to stick with them.
Mm.
But a couple of other things hadn't really quite become a habit yet.
Mm.
And so as we start this section, this 6 weeks session, I want to make some more good habits that will stick with me.
Good.
So,
Well, good for you. And what about anyone else? Did you notice something about during the break, whether you had some habits that were pretty well formed and others that kind of went by the wayside? How about you, Linda Lamb? Sounded like you did well and didn't really lose ground. I'm really proud of you.
That was it. I was more surprised that I didn't lose ground, but I had noticed that I was starting to get lax, and I think I needed the break so that I wasn't as strict with myself, but yet at the same time, I set it firmly in my mind that September 7th was when we were going to begin again, so I was psyched out to be ready to start.
Good, good. How about you, Ann?
Well, Meltdown Challenge thinks I've gained some weight, but that's because I weighed fully clothed up in the day, so that I didn't take a chance, because on maintain I can't gain but 1%.
Yeah, when you're unlikely to gain weight because you're so good at doing what you do.
But I weigh in the mornings. I weigh about the same as I did when I signed out.
And I saw a real happy note from you that you mentioned it over a year period of time you had lost a certain amount of weight, or was it from January to present?
I lost almost 20 pounds since I started.
Yay!
And for the first time that I've hit my weight goal on my birthday. By my birthday.
Yes. Yay, and happy birthday to you. Okay. So let's see. Does anyone else have some comments about getting back on track? I mean, I know some of the things that I've remembered over the years was sometimes it's time to clear out the cabinets of things that, they're not on your eating plan. Let's put it that way. Or put the family's goodies in one cabinet so that they're not on the counter calling your name. And, things like that. I know I need to get back into drinking more water and get back into being more active. So not all this summer, but over the last 6 weeks, I know I've told myself, oh, you're getting your exercise, lifting boxes and packing and hauling, and but I really wasn't.
Not enough.
Probably not. Well, not enough with the ice cream I was eating. Yeah. Clearly not enough.
Right.
So it's time for me to just get my mind in gear. Like Linda was saying, she got her thinking in gear that September 7th, she's starting again. It's time to begin again. So I need to get my mind in gear that it's time to walk every day or do something specific, specific other than tidying up around the house and boxes. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to getting back on track. Because some of my clothes have gotten snug, and I'm like,
oh no!
I am not buying any bigger clothes. No.
Oh no!
I am not doing that. So what? Some of the ways you can monitor yourself is if things start getting snug. It's time to get back on track. So anyway, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to see all of you.
Well, I haven't had to buy any new clothes because I've been shopping in my closet.
Yeah.
I'm a pack rat.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really satisfying when you can find something in your closet that was a special, you kept it because you liked it, and now you can fit in it again, so that's really satisfying. And I see somebody in the background over there with the man. Is it
somebody waving at us?
Uh-huh.
I see.
He's wanting to say hello, I guess. So then, what is something you learned this summer that you're going to use to help push you forward this first 6 weeks?
I can't recall anything at all.
That's okay.
I think,
Ruth, you may have.
yeah, I think we went through Made to Crave again, just finished today. And I think that I was reminded again that I really need to remember to depend on God and not myself.
Oh, that's a biggie.
Because I cannot make it without him. I'll slip back into my old ways if I don't depend on him to keep me on track, and really remember that when I'm craving something, I'm probably needing to go to the Word instead of the food.
Wow, that's a powerful point right there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Was there something you learned over the summer, Linda? Well, that's right. You just told me you couldn't think of one. Sorry. Let's see. What about you, Samantha? Was there a comment that you wanted to share?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. I know it helps me a lot to be in a group because I know I'm not the only one that struggles with this. And I really enjoy the interaction on the wall. And I think my favorite part is when I Zoom with you ladies, because I get to see you live and in person. And, sometimes we can chuckle and about something, or we can encourage one another and congratulate one another.
Yes.
But this is really probably my favorite part of the challenge, because I don't know, I'm kind of social and I enjoy people, and this is the most enjoyable part. So
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, since it is 6 weeks, I do know that they're going to emphasize something each week, like whether it's sleep or motion or eating or, hey, Josh, can you close the door, please? We're having a situation with our cat. He was gone nearly 48 hours, and we were both quite concerned, and I looked at 2 a.m. and the cat was out on the back porch. So anyway, we're both real fond of that cat, and we both had just about gotten to the point we thought, well, he's gone. Anyway.
That gives me hope. We've got one that's been missing about 48 hours.
Well, and especially where you live, Linda. I mean, my cats would kind of disappear and then come back, especially the ones that like to do a lot of hunting of birds and that kind of thing. But right here, we have fences. Well, my side yard doesn't have a fence, and I didn't think my cat would wander out into the street, but she's been exploring under the house. This house that I bought is post and beam, and oh my goodness, she comes in kind of dirty sometimes. So
She's having a good time under there.
yeah, she is. But
well, our cat just finally today got brave enough to go just outside the back door by herself.
Oh.
She comes and sits in front of Bob and looks at him like, please go outside.
Yeah.
And so he'll give in and go out there and sit with her, so she'll go out. But she won't go out if you close the door. I mean, she wants back in. You have to leave the door open. And up until today, you had to be out there with her, or she wouldn't.
Right. And see, Josh was really wanting to leave the door open so she'd come in, but it has this blinding light while we're doing our video.
Yeah.
I asked him, please close it. But anyway, my hope for you is that you get an excellent start. Like I said, some of us had a little bit too much ice cream over the summer. And, you know, some of us got, but, you know, it's nice to have a break so you're not, it's just nice to have a break. And that way you can go be serious about it again.
Yeah.
It's time to begin again. So, you know, and some of you, I'm just really proud of you, those of you who didn't really lose ground, pretty much stayed on track. Yay.
Well, that's partly because we had each other, even though we weren't in the challenge, because we were still meeting weekly and still most of us seeing each other more than once a week. So
exactly, especially those of you in the Made to Crave group or the PEP group.
PEP club.
Yeah.
Well, and both. I mean,
yes.
All four of us, besides you, Pamela, are in PEP club, and all but Samantha are in the Made to Crave group.
Right. So having that extra support and accountability over the summer, no doubt, really helped those of you. Okay. Well, I want to encourage you to invite those who have been with us before and invite new friends. It's a lot of fun. It's really satisfying to help each other grow in health and, you know, get those points. You can have those invitation points for the first 14 days, you know, up until the 20th. Then they turn off that point. And then there's a few weekly points that you get, you know, like that weekly survey. That goes from Sunday to Sunday. So, and if you miss out, you miss out on those points.
Yeah.
But anyway, just want to wish you a super health games here for September. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday. And now I'm thinking it's likely going to be Friday each week unless there's some conflicts. But for me and most of the group, it seems like Friday is a great time to meet. So best wishes for an excellent start, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.